Atiku's aide, Daniel Bwala, meets Tinubu in Aso Rock. Yes. I know that since the matter between Atiku and Wike and PDP has been going left, right, and center, no result. And since Wike became a minister, now Bwala started dancing neutral dance. You know, he was no longer strong on dealing with Wike and also no longer provided strong support for Atiku anymore. I know he came from APC to PDP and is likely going to go back to APC. So let's dive into the details to see exactly what happened between him and Tinubu at Aso Villa. Daniel Bwala, spokesman for former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, has met with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja, affirming his desire to support the president for the success of the administration. Known as staunch critic of the ruling party, his visit to the seat of power on Wednesday signaled his shift, especially when he hinted that he may be open to returning to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Asked whether he was leaving the People's Democratic Party, he said he was committed to supporting President Tinubu but could not see what would happen tomorrow, adding, APC is a party. President Bola Tinubu is my motivation. If supporting him will take me to APC, so be it. That was the statement he made. So he said he was impressed by the actions the president has taken so far, which he said showed that, unlike the previous administration, he was not protecting his party members who have cases to answer. Bwala said some of his ministers that were allegedly reported to have committed infractions, instead of protecting them, uh, asked that the law should have its own course and suspended somebody without wasting time. That to me is impressive because it is about the people. Secondly, there has been this outcry that the government is bloated, and for the rest, yesterday he introduced a policy that reduced the cost of governance, and today he told me it is just the beginning. Oh, it is just the beginning. So is he going to cut down his ministers, or is he going to cut down his political special aides and all of those appointments? Because that is what people are looking at. And the bottom line is he making a policy or a plan or taking an action that will reduce the dollar naira exchange rate, that will help the economy to grow, or a plan to also reduce the fuel price? Okay, up till now, we're still waiting for fuel to come out of Port Harcourt refinery. None yet. What is happening in that regard, we don't know. So now, telling us that cutting down the cost and size of his entourage for all official trips, well, it is a step in the right direction, but that is the least of the expectations. So he needs to do something seriously. Okay, so there are many more government decisions that will reduce the cost of governance. That is what he said. So what have we been talking about as citizens? If you don't have personal grudges against someone, if it is a policy issue, then when policies are going correctly, and what I am saying apart from today that I am talking here, you all need to visit my Twitter page. In the last few days, I have been expressing my surprise and appreciation to the president for the decisions he is taking. So this is not about political parties, and you need to know that, like I said, I was with him before I left, and I was doggedly committed to him. So I told him today that I am committing to play my part to support his administration, and I have no apologies to anybody. Can you imagine? He also spoke on the allegations against the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji, accused of involvement in a government contract obtained by a company he co-founded, saying that he had not done anything wrong. Now, the legal practitioner explained that if the minister's firm had been doing business with the government before he came into office, it could not just be expected to stop because he had become a government official. But he said it would be a different thing if the minister had failed to make a full disclosure of this involvement exactly. So that is what he's saying. So now it is obvious that Daniel Bwala had a very detailed meeting with Tinubu, and obviously with the way things are, I'm sure Tinubu is ready to welcome him back. Tinubu is ready to welcome anybody back, especially somebody he know before that defected and willing to come back, because he's trying to bring everybody to himself. He's trying to buy everybody to himself, and so that he will secure 2027. So with the discussion that Bwala had with Tinubu, it means that they talked about Betaidu, they talked about Tunjojo, they talked about other policies, and Tinubu is now confiding in him that the decision to, not to protect erring ministers, or rather the decision to cut down his size of entourage on official trips, is just the beginning, and more decisions are to come. Okay, oh. But all I know is that it's a step in the right direction, but it's the least of the expectations. So there are more that are expected. Anything that is done that does not cushion the effect of this hardship in the life of the citizens is not there yet. That is the truth. It's obviously not there yet. Not there yet. So we've got several comments here. People have written. Someone said, speaking Yoruba here, Tiri Nkonko. That means you have not seen anything yet. Atiku will soon visit Aso Rock, or else he will look back and find nobody behind him again. Can you imagine? Okay. Has the Muslim ticket that he said made him leave APC changed? It has not changed now. That is it. But he's back again to the Muslim ticket. Back to his vomit. Useless and unprincipled human being. Yes. Bros, you not try. You lack morality and principles. Don't ever think they will trust you. Of course, they will not trust him. If he goes back, they will not trust him, because it means that he can move again. PDP should stop trusting Daniel Bwala, and APC will not trust him as well. Just like Wike that is bastardizing and battering PDP is now working for APC, and you think with his emperor kind of life that APC will trust him completely? No, they are just going to give him something that will make him feel belong, and then he will just they will just use the person. That is what they will do. Okay, he's an opportunist. That's what he is. Merely looking for where his bread will be more buttered. Exactly. He has nobody's interest at heart. That is exactly what it is. They said there's no permanent friend, no permanent enemy. It's all about permanent interest. And this interest is very selfish. Very selfish. Very, very selfish. Somebody says, if you trust Nigerian politicians, you will surely miss heaven. Not be smart, That is politics for you. No permanent enemy. They are all fools. Okay? They know themselves. Position comes later. Not be smart. Now for this Daniel Bwala, I'm telling you, somebody is a shameless human being. Assuming other Christians in the north deserted Tinubu just because of religion differences, Muslim ticket. I ask you, Bwala, who will you be meeting at Aso Rock Villa as president-elect today? You are a confused and unprincipled human being. Not be small thing. You don't finish him, I tell you the truth. The guy is really unprincipled. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment. Those were the outcome of the meeting between President Tinubu and Daniel Bwala.